Well, welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here, and this is always interesting when the Pokemon Company drops an official shiny hunting guide. We now have one for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet for the DLC, and the reason why this is crazy is because shiny hunting, the worst in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Incredible games, but none of it makes sense, and we still don't really know what happened, because on the website, they even say, like, oh, you don't need to find Pokemon consecutively. You just battle, catch them, defeat them, and after 500 of a species, they have a 6 times likelihood of appearing shiny. That's awesome. And then that never happened. Datamine said catch combo actually makes it to where you get a chance at extra rolls, so you need like a 100 catch combo to get a 1 in 3 chance of getting the extra shiny odds, but then further testing showed that's actually a brilliant Pokemon that gets these odds, and the only thing you can do is get the 2x brilliant. So 3% chance of a brilliant Pokemon appearing to then have a 6 times chance of being shiny sometimes if you've seen 500 of them? What's going on with Pokemon Scarlet and Violet? Or how do we get better shiny odds? Can we find some kind of discovery that hasn't been made? First thing they say, complete the Pokedex to obtain the shiny charm. Yes, that is how it works. But they're saying that? Wow, I'm kind of surprised. And don't forget to use code VERLISIFY for 20% off your G Fuel order. If you're restocking your energy drinks, grab G Fuel. Need it for gaming, shiny hunting, school, work, tons of great flavors. Best energy drink I've had. So the shiny charm gives you 2 extra shiny rolls, making it a 3 in 4,000 chance. So you have like a 1 in 1,300 chance of finding a shiny Pokemon. Generation 9. Pokemon found in Terra Raid battles, not affected, Wild Terra Pokemon, and fixed encounters. So the Pokemon that are just like always there when you go, those are known as the fixed encounters, and we've gone over the maps and stuff. Cerebi has like a great thing, but you can click on them and see them where it's like, oh yeah, there's just like these Pokemon here, not affected by the shiny charm. But I still just think it's crazy the game's like, yeah, go and catch them all. I've usually skip that. I rarely completed the dex or got the shiny charm. That only started recently and even a couple years into my YouTube. But so yeah, you do all that work and then you get a little bit better chance at shiny Pokemon forever. Mass outbreaks. So let's see how they actually break down a mass outbreak. The easiest way to find shiny Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet is through mass outbreaks, phenomenon in which many of the same species of Pokemon appear in one location. As you battle and catch Pokemon appearing in these mass outbreaks, they will increase the chance of getting a shiny Pokemon. 3 different messages will appear. You'll have the highest chance of encountering a shiny Pokemon when you receive there's not many Pokemon left. At this point, it's best to avoid catching or defeating Pokemon and keep your eyes peeled for shinies. That is interesting because it shows like that's an intended way of getting it. You know, there's like the ultra mega hyper purists out there that like soft resetting's cheating kind of people. Like they're like 1 in 10,000, but still, you have people that will try to find like ways of justifying exploiting as cheating or something where it's like, yeah, but running away and coming back, you're supposed to beat them all. But no, what they say is like once you see that, you hold it there until you get your shiny. And they even say like you just leave. You set up. They even talk about picnic method. Setting up a picnic despawns a Pokemon, and then you leave the picnic and the Pokemon come back, and they say do that at this thing to get shinies. You may find a new group of the same species, and these new encounters don't cause the Pokemon to disappear from the mass outbreak. So yeah, it's not like, oh man, there's only 20 left, and then I despawn 20 and it's gone. No, it's only when you defeat enough of them. Easiest way to battle and defeat Pokemon is through auto battles. Wow. Like, they got it. And then if a mass outbreak is over water, you'll want a Pokemon that can swim or fly. On land, you want Pokemon that move quickly, like Gallade or Ceruledge. Yeah, Golden Go also. Yeah, there's just Pokemon that have faster land speeds. And this is actually a very comprehensive guide. Why is it coming out in April 2024? Like, this would have been sick in December, even January. Even though, like, a lot of YouTubers and other people already got onto it, but, like, dang, this is crazy. But it also seems like whoever writes these articles is just kind of taking from all the other guides and stuff that has come out, but it's officially posted. Even if you're not lucky enough to find a shiny Pokemon, mass outbreaks are a great way to get materials. You can craft them in TMs, exchange for league points, or print them in the club room. Boom. Now, they don't talk about changing the clock on your Nintendo DS, on your Nintendo Switch. But yeah, like, you got until midnight. There's one more way to increase your chances of encountering shiny Pokemon in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, no matter where you are, and that's with Sparkling Power to increase the chance of getting shinies. Primary way to activate it is by making sandwiches using Herba Mystica, a rare ingredient that is largely obtained through 5 or 6 star raid battles. Check out the raid battle tips if you want more on that. Oh, this should have been something to cover. When did this article come out? Do we have a date? Because the kids and casuals struggled with Terra raid battles, especially like the 5 and 6 star, caused a lot of animosity in the Pokemon community. Even the J-Wits had to make a comment about it, because like he was getting flamed for not bringing the perfect Pokemon, but then also a lot of people were defending. It's like, well, it's just a kid. Yeah, a kid that like somehow stumbled through the entire game and ended up in my Black Star Terra raid, just inting the entire battle. No, at some point there has to be accountability, especially if you're doing a cooperative mode inside of a game, and there's a 99.9% chance it's just a 20-year-old narcissist that's just bad at video games and can't cope. But so far the Shiny Guide has been really good, and it's kind of foolproof to where, like, yeah, a child can read this and understand it and apply it, which is really, really cool. So depending on which Herba Mystica and additional ingredients you use while crafting your sandwich, you'll be granted Sparkling Power for a certain type. Now, my biggest gripe about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is the sandwich crafting, because it doesn't make any sense if you're not using Herba Mystica. Like, I was really hoping, you could take the store ingredients and you can craft or use a calculator and find out how to make really good sandwiches. Or you could make a Sparkling Power level 1 or level 2 without having to invest 2 Herba Mystica or something. Like, you could actually sandwich craft. But no, that wasn't it. And then people just kind of like hacked the game, tried out tons of combinations, and this eventually came out. And if I recall correctly, it actually took a while and a couple of drafts and iterations to actually get to optimal shiny sandwiches. So you can mix and match ingredients in a way that you see fit, but most sandwich recipes that grant Sparkling Power will require at least 2 Herba Mystica. Most other ingredients are available for purchase, and then they have the list. And that makes this guide crazy to me, because there's no way of finding this out in-game where everything else is intuitive. Now, the catch method for Pokemon Sword and Shield, yeah, that was weird and never really worked anyways. But like the other things, you can see like, oh, even any kid that's playing this game will stumble into a mass outbreak. If it's of Pokemon that they like, they'll just chill there for a while, and then the odds of getting a shiny are so high. Like, you're going to catch shiny Pokemon. Even if you're not trying in modern Pokemon games, you will catch shiny Pokemon. Same thing with Pokemon Let's Go. Like, it didn't tell you outright, but you want a catch combo because it just rewards you with dopamine points and items and stuff. But then secretly, there's like better shiny odds. And then, yeah, by completing it, you can actually like open up your Pokedex and look at the rewards, and it just tells you what happens. So it's like, oh, shiny charm, all of this other fun stuff. But then Sparkling Power and sandwich building, so convoluted that like this just ripped off someone else's guide. There's no way that this is like the official information from devs. Like, oh yeah, this is how we. I mean, it does look deliberately programmed in that way, but you can't access that anywhere. And that's like salty, sour, and then yeah, the salty Herba demand is still high. So not even the official guide has like the extra tech where it's like, oh yeah, you actually can use these other ones. And that was another thing when I saw like the first couple of like sandwich guides for getting the Sparkling Power. It's like, oh, you have to just pretty much only use salty. And if you don't get salty after a raid, sucks to be you, because you can't really use that for anything. You can also visit the Blueberry Academy for Sparkling Power 1, which reminds me of the incense in Pokemon Let's Go. Why didn't we just get Pokemon Let's Go Johto? Damn. So find your favorites, get shinies. Now that you know how to find shiny Pokemon of your dreams, you'll just have to be patient and then search. You may want Pokemon that are specialized, such as a Breloom. So yeah, this is like higher level. This is actually like third-party guide content being officially posted, and we're getting more and more of that in the recent Pokemon games. And the guides are getting better for the most part, except for the VGC ones, because of like all the cheating and corruption, and whatever Scott Glaza writes or is involved with, it's just garbage anyways. But these other ones are really interesting. Why did it take over a year? Why did it take a year and a half to get to this point? I don't know, but still kind of neat. There we go. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.